Hey guys, welcome to SkippyTube channel. Today I have an iPhone 6s. Phone is not turning on, and now I show you when you press the power button, have a leaking. You check, you see the first showing the 50 milliamps and jumping, the fluid jumping to the 231 milliamps, and phone is not turning on. I want to tell you step by step how to troubleshooting. The first, I bring the motherboard on the microscope and check have any leaking or damaging or something happen on the motherboard or not, and after that I start to check. The first, when you connect the DC power supply to motherboard, current showing the 0. That means public voltage doesn't have any issue. Now we know any problems after press the power button, and around the none this doesn't have anything, but you see the TriStar have a corrosion and flags in there. Maybe someone is working here, and oscillator is have a corrosion and a little bit flags around the WTR and on the TriStar, and a little bit other side the shield you can see. The first is checking. I remind the displays to check properly that side, and we check the other side. This side is nothing, and top side you see the pads a little bit is changed. Maybe someone put in the ultrasonic to cleaning, and check the shield from here. If someone is removed, that is here is a little bit moving, but is stay, and I think it doesn't remove this shield. And check the other side, and from here check the shield is not that's stable. That means it's not removed, but you see the pad all of there is like the liquid. Maybe someone is put on the ultrasonic to cleaning, and now I start to remove that one, but I want to explain step by step. Okay, the first on the public voltage doesn't have any leaking, so I need to check after the press power button, and after press the power button, 2 lane is important, 1.8 I/O and 1.8 SDRAM on the iPhone 6s. The first I found I'm looking to the 1.8 I/O and check the diode value and impedance. Right now looking which capacitor easy to check it for me. You can choose any capacitor. I found this one, C1522. I want to check this one. Right now on the multimeter you can check it, but it doesn't showing any problem. Its diode value is 0.301 and impedance is showing the 0.686, like that. Not showing the problems. And comes to find the 1.8 SDRAM. Waiting to end of the video, I want to explain on my schematic. Now I want the C3610, and I want check this capacitor, diode value and impedance. Diode value showing the 0.298, looks normal, and impedance 1.245. Looks nothing wrong in there, and because I remember the TriStar, I bring that and start to check this side around the TriStar. I found there's something abnormal diode value or not. And when it start the first capacitor, I found the issue. Now I won't tell you, just let me showing on the video. Okay, now I've come to started. I think this is the diode value. Showing the one side is connected to ground, on this one side showing the 0.022. This is the abnormal diode value in here. And after this one is start to check on the schematic to find this lane. What is the lane? And understood this lane is have a starter voltage for the NAND, 3 volts, and diode value and impedance is showing the same value. That means this value abnormal. Looks on the iPhones around the NAND have a 3 different voltage. And all of them diode value more than is 0.250. Now after check I bring the is the schematic ZXW tools. Yes, I checked this capacitor C1506 and check PP3V0 underscore NAND. This is the starter voltage for NAND. This is important voltage for the NAND. Now after find it, and you can see the diode value is showing here is 0.496, but impedance and diode value showing the 0.022. That means have an issue in there. And now I use the rosin smoke, and after that inject the voltage to 3 volts lane, but put the I set up the DC power supply on the 2.50 volts and then inject the voltage and then find the faulty capacitor. Right now you can see when its value is low, diode value and impedance looks same. But doesn't matter, this value is abnormal. I found the schematic diagram and put the smoke rosin around the NAND properly. Under this video I finished the freeze spray and I have to use the smoke rosin. If it's have a high leaking, smoke rosin good for find the issue, but if it's somewhere is showing the low leaking, better use the freeze spray to find the issue. Yeah, I do around the full around the NAND. Now I put on the microscope and start to inject the voltage, 2.50 volts. Okay, I put in, and when it's injected, yes, capacitor showing, and now I start to remove the capacitor. This is the step-by-step for troubleshooting or diagnosis the phone motherboard. Doesn't matter, Androids or iPhones. But iPhones sub-voltage have a 2 lanes, 1.8 SDRAM and 1.8 I/O, but on the Android Samsung have a VDD _AP 1P8 or 1.8 volts. On the Samsung, just only one important line, but on the iPhone, it's have a two imported 1.8 volts lane. Okay, now I remove it. Now I bring to that side to turn on the phone. This video around 40 minutes. Yeah, for long video I start to cutting and edit it to bring down to 13 minutes. Yeah, you can see after remove the capacitor, value is back to normal. And for that reason now I want to check the motherboard is works or not. But after press the power button, you can see DC power supply showing the after press power button, yes, it's showing the 58 milliamps and stuck on the 58 milliamps. And this is the note, very important note. This capacitor around the NAND is faulty capacitor around the NAND, and that means this voltage affected to the NAND. After showing this leaking, understood may something happen on the program or we need to restore. For that reason, after see this current, I connect the phone to the PC and phone detected. That means is now is chipset is fine. The chipset is working. For that one, I open the Trio tools and check if phone is detection and start to restore the phone. After restore, phone back to normal. End of this video, I want to explain on my schematic how to find like these issues on any phones, Androids or iPhones. I'm trying from this time and make a lot of practical video for you. I hope all videos is help to you to find the troubleshooting or diagnosis. You see this is 58 milliamps. Now start to connect it to the PC and start to restoring, and after finish, phone is turning on. You can see this video, and after video I tell you I explain on the schematic how to find this issue. Okay guys, comes to my schematic. Now I want to tell you step by step how to find this issue. The first, I want to show you again the phone when it's connected to the DC power supply. Please watch properly. The first, before press the power button, showing the current showing the 0. It means public voltage may 90% doesn't have any issue, because it's not leaking before press the power button. Now, public voltage, I tell you, battery connector to the charge IC, one lane is the V battery, doesn't have any issue. You can see for example, this for iPhone 6, but is connected to some integrated circuit, like the speaker ampli or vibration. That is not problem. And other side, the charging IC Tigris. You can see the VCC or VDD main for all. I explain for all of iPhone circuit. VDD was connected, codec, baseband, PMIC, Wi-Fi, or a lot of integrated circuits is connected from VDD or VCC main. But if it's have any issue before press the power button, DC power supply showing the leaking. But it's this phone showing the 0. It means we don't have the problem in here, like the 90%. Okay, and power key is okay because after press the power button is phone starting. Now 1.8 always is connected to power key, is not problem. Now after press the power button, you can see that's I divided to other side. You see we have a two important sub voltage, 1.8 SRAM and 1.8 IO. One of them is provide the voltage for SDRAM, and one of them the for boot circuit. For 1.8 IO comes to the hard disk on NAND, and need be checked these two lanes. If it's showing less than 0.600 diode value, if it's showing less than 0.600, may have an issue or leaking on the this lane, one of them. But normally showing more than is 0.600, we can't find any issue. And now I found the corrosion, and someone works on the TriStar. And second things, NAND. These two important integrated circuits after check the 1.8 IO and 1.8 SDRAM. Okay, why TriStar? TriStar, inside the TriStar, that is, is a USB controller, but G-Tag inside the TriStar, Hydra or Kraken or and the Samsung phones on the IFPMIC. What does it mean? G-Tag, Joint Test Action. That's this lane is can be said is test the PCB before boot circuit or before a startup. Check the motherboard from in there. So that is very important. If it's any issue like the hang on the logo or restarted on the logo, that's the TriStar U2. I see the base of the troubleshooting for this issue, like the hang on the logo or restart on the logo. Okay, now on the microscope, I see it as have a corrosion in there. The first I start to check the TriStar, and then comes to the NAND or hard disk. But the first capacitor you see on the video showing the abnormal value and comes to the schematic. Just click and find the lane, 3 volts, and it means the abnormal value is drop. Looks on the short circuit. For that reason, put the DC power supply on the 2.50 volts and inject the voltage to this lane, and then you see the faulty capacitor. Remove it, but I want to tell you again, this is very important. That's because the faulty capacitor close to the hard disk, and when it's removed and phone after check it is showing the 58 milliamps, looks close to the startup, because iPhones around the 60 milliamps to 70, less than 72 or 75 milliamps is showing the Apple logo. This average roughly range for a startup the Apple logo. But for that reason, just only connected to the PC, and computer is detect the phone and understood chipset is now working, and try to restore the phone, and after restore, phone is working fine. You see it on the video. And that's it. Just I want to tell you like that one, step by step can go to find the issue. This for usually this tricks for when phone is not turning on. And you can see that this picture you can screenshot from in there, and you can see the imported lanes when his phone is not turning on. You need to check the public voltage. If it doesn't have any leaking, you can skip that side and goes after PMU. But if it's have a leaking, need to check the V battery and then VCC or VDD main and find the leaking from in there. May is some integrated circuit leaking and affected to the public voltage lane. And if it's public voltage on the DC power supply showing 0, comes to the other side. You see 1.8 STRAM, 1.8 IO, then TriStar, NAND, and but other side is PPs, CPUs, SoC, GPU, and 1.2 STRAM and 1.2, and then 2 oscillator. Just explain other practical videos. That's because it's need a long story to explain. That's it. Just I want to tell you how to find the issue step by step. I hope this video helped you. Thank you for watching and see you next video.